when you think about everything Nick Yorke's done to get to this point and put himself in this place, I mean, how can you describe what he was just able to do for this team?
So proud of him. The way that he grinded through spring training, he swung the bat way better than even his numbers look like. I mean, he hit some balls into the wind down in Florida that would have easily been home runs. And proud of him for sticking with it, sticking with the mentality of grinding through it. I mean, that was a heck of an at-bat right there with the game on the line. And he hasn't been getting consistent ABs. For him to be able to do that against a really good pitcher in Helsley, it was awesome at-bat.
You're a guy who's familiar with those situations from your own playing career. Can you just, maybe talk about what the conversations are like with him and Mangum in those spots?
Yeah, I mean, how about Mang coming in, putting the ball in play, busting it down the line, making something happen. Ozuna starting that inning, getting on base, and Yorke pinch running, scoring, and then having that at bat. Those at bats are tough late in the game, especially when you're facing back end guys and you're down. Just the way that they're able to compete in those moments, and I thought Yorke, especially against Helsley, took some really good pitches and found a way to foul off 100, which is really difficult to do, and then caught one out front and drove it. It was great.
Donnie, sticking with Mangum and Yorke, it's obviously cliche to talk about staying ready for it in your numbers call, but when you have a pinch hitter, a pinch runner contribute in such a way, does it kind of epitomize how important it is to stay alert and have guys
stay alert? And these guys have bought into the team aspect of they're ready on the bench, they're ready to roll in whatever situation. Santana last night coming in the 8th, today gets that same pocket in the 9th and rolls through it. Yorke and Mangum coming off the bench. Just the way that they're buying into the team concept of winning and finding a way to win. It's been really cool to see, and that's what we're going to have to do as we go through the season. We talked about continue to stack at bats, get guys on base, and find a way to manufacture some runs when we need it, and we will hit some home runs as well.
Not to take anything away from Yorke, because obviously an excellent hit, but pitch right before was something that probably a strike, was called a ball. Helsley wanted to challenge, and Orioles were out of challenges, so they couldn't do it. Does that kind of just show what ABS strategy looks like at this point? Is that something that you noted at all?
Could be. I didn't see the replay or anything. I think that it's obviously so new, and I can only speak for us. Like on our side, we're in the right moments. We're trying to be aggressive, and there's going to be times that we get to the 9th inning and we don't have any challenges because there may be a situation earlier in the game that dictates us challenging that call. And I think that when you're going through it and you're trying to fight, you're fighting 9 innings, and I think there's a lot of times that you may sit there and try to save it for the 9th, and you might never get the opportunity to even challenge. So I think it's just something that we're learning through ourselves and what that looks like, and trying to be aggressive in the right moments on the right pitches and use it effectively.
Seems like O'Hearn's really coming into his own in right field.
Man, how about those plays? The first one was unbelievable going over, and then the second one, when you're getting that close to the wall, you can't stop really if you try to catch it standing up. And for him to have the awareness to be able to slide right there, knowing he was getting close to the wall, that's a vet play.
Donnie, between Barco, Matson, Santana, they really settled the game down nicely. What are you learning about your bullpen?
They compete, and let's not forget Carmen. Going 4 2/3 and keeping us in there. I mean, the game in, I don't even remember, the 3rd inning, 4th inning, when they had bases loaded, 1 out, and Carmen settling down and getting through that to keep it 2-zip, and then to turn it over to Bark, and for him to go to, I think, 2 1/3, and Matson and Santana. The bullpen's been fantastic. From the get-go in New York all the way through, they just continue to come out and compete.
What'd you see from Barco in that outing, his first appearance at PNC Park today?
Yeah, I thought he did a tremendous job. He kept us right there. The biggest thing is trying to keep them from adding on, and he did a great job keeping it 2-1, gave us a chance to win.
Donnie, to the naked eye, it looks like Carmen maybe ran into a familiar road bump going through a lineup for the second time, but what did you see out of him today?
Yeah, I thought he competed really well. His velo held. I think the command maybe there got a little spotty at the end, and he found a way to get outs. When you're talking about facing the top of the order for the 3rd time and to get 2 outs, and they had a guy on second, he did it. He did what he needed to do to help us win, and turn it over to Bark there at Rutschman, and he did a tremendous job coming in and putting the fire out.
You mentioned how you saw the bullpen sending out the 3rd time through the order. Is there maybe a little bit of throw him into the water and see if he can swim at the third time.
Who's that?
Harmon. I mean, he didn't have the best second trip through the order, top of the order coming up the third time. There could have been an argument to be made that go into the bullpen.
Oh, it could have, yes, and he's a starting pitcher for us, and you know we had targeted 85 to 90, and he got us to 84, and I thought he did a really good job, especially back against the top of the order. Then that saves the bullpen a little bit. We had Barco ready to roll, and I thought they both did a tremendous job.
You mentioned finding ways to win when your bats aren't going early in the game. How good of a sign is that for this early in the season?
Yeah, it's great grinding at bats out and finding a way, and you know I think that really when we're talking about the bullpen keeping it close there, if the Orioles add on, it gets even more difficult, especially with the guys they have in the back end of their pen, and keeping it close and the position players, hitters continuing to grind out at bats. I thought we did a much better job of that today.
Donnie, last year, Yorke got intentionally walked. They had intentionally walked, then Yorke came through with a big hit against the Dodgers, and today they intentionally walk O'Hearn, and he comes through with another big hit. Do you think teams should start respecting his bat a bit more?
Oh, Yorkie? Yeah, he's going to earn that as he goes, and he's continued to get better. He's continued to be more consistent with it, and the versatility is huge that he brings to the team, being able to play all over, and he continues to have really good at-bats.